What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Santa Rico, with our Let's Play Season 2, episode number 26. Holy cow. So, we've done a ton of fun stuff. We have moved a ton of people in. At 152,000 though, well, it was 153, dipped down to 152 something. We're losing people though now. And there's a couple reasons why. We've got a ton of demand that we're not meeting. And we haven't looked at traffic really in any detail in a few episodes, so we should check those two things out. We did see at the end of the last episode the Santa Rico Hill Cougars won their game and spread a wave of happiness, and everyone, mostly everyone, used the metro to get out of there, which was really appreciated. But we should look at traffic at some point. But let's see if we can meet a little bit of that demand that we've got cropping up and cram a couple more neighborhoods in here. So we could at least flatten this out a little bit, right? This is a little bit of a mound here. It's kind of nice because you don't see the prison back there, but we could build on this a little bit better if we flatten that mound out. We could do some neighborhoods up through here. That's not too bad of a spot we could build. Let's come up through here first. See if we can work with the terrain. I want to go maybe freeform this and kind of follow the terrain for the most part. Now, if you're following it correctly, you shouldn't see any real jagged edges on the side of the road. Right? It should be pretty good. If you kind of just tear up a big hill, do something like that. Well, I was expecting that to bulge more. It's actually a pretty smooth slope. So, if you kind of get those lumps, right? It's not necessarily the best road. That's not too bad, though. That could work. That kind of gets us right up to the edge of the map. I don't think anyone wants to be up here next to that. I think power is spreading everywhere else over here, so that should be good. Let's get a couple little neighborhoods in here. They don't have to be too tight, so we'll come up every couple nodes, maybe. 2.5. Well, a little tighter down here, and then we can get them a little looser as we go up the hill. So I don't want to go too close here onto this ridge line. Let's do something like that. And we'll just spin a couple little neighborhoods up over here. Maybe we can kind of come up almost parallel to that road and then spin off from here. A couple little side streets. See, that's what I was trying to avoid right there. So let's see if we can break out our smoothing tool before any buildings move in. Flatten that out a little bit. Now, when buildings do move in, though, they're gonna flatten a lot that they move into, so you still get stuff like this happening. But at least the roads themselves are not the problem over here. Let's break out our water. Let's get all this covered. And we'll just kind of snake up the main central avenue to start. And then we can kind of branch off from there. I don't need this to be perfect. We don't need to grid this whole system out. And we've certainly got money to spare if we need to awkwardly overlap pipes. Not going to cost us too much that we can't afford. We just want to make sure everything that is zoned over here is watered. Come off of that pipe. That works. Now, I will want to see, these will be a little bit far out for coverage. So before we get too carried away, again, because we've got money to spare, let's throw a little clinic down here in the end. We'll give them a... What is this powering? That's powering the prison, which is in turn powering the industrial area. So let's break that up, because we don't want power lines running through all that zoning. And that is getting power from there. That's getting power from industrial. I left it on play. I didn't mean to. And now we can connect this over to here for now. That's totally fine. Achieves the same thing, but now frees up some space over here for us. We will continue providing some coverage here. Let's see what the little fire department does. Doesn't quite get up into those back streets. That'll be all right though. Should be okay. Hopefully we don't have any major fires back there, but this is supposed to be a little bit more of a smaller neighborhood, so I think it makes more sense to have the smaller buildings back here. So hospital, fire, and police. And let's not make them have to go too far for education, and let's do on this street back here. We'll kind of tuck it in. And then we will do, sure, our creative arts. Throw that there. Horrible. Horrible. I keep saying it. You probably heard me say it like 75 times. I'm going to smooth out the lots, but please set your e-brake if you park in that last spot there, because you'll totally have a bad day if you come back out, your car's embedded in the building. So we don't have power spreading to these buildings just yet. Let's see what we have to do to kind of snake that over there. Get a little extension cord going. And let's break out our district tool, because I think we could connect this up. We should totally connect that up. I think this should be a green neighborhood up here in the hills. Let's curve. See what that looks like. If it's not too mounded. We could also have a little bit of fun with it here. Let's do this. And see what that looks like. That's okay. And then we'll come from here. We'll do that, and then we'll connect the two. I like that. That looks okay. Makes a little more sense too. Little tunnel on top. And we'll go back into our zoning. We've got a little bit of everything in demand right now. So we could squeeze in a couple. Before I do that, let's district this off. Before we forget. Make sure we're covering everything at least up here on top of the hill. And back into our zoning now. Nope. Keep forgetting. Let's make any businesses that crop up here, local and organic produce. We will do the self-sufficient buildings. Then we'll come over here into districts, into policies. And we had done this on... Let me see where it is. High-tech housing. Now, we've done this before on this little zone over here. So these are all high-tech green buildings. Cool stuff. So let's see what high-tech, low-density green buildings looks like. Little experiment here. Not up there on the very top of the hill that goes to the tunnel. I'm not going to zone that part off in residential. Fine zoning all this off. Let's switch to our marquee tool. Do this a little bit quicker. Let's do all that. But let's come back in and we will dezone this. I didn't mean to do all this. That's going to be some commercial space. Commercial on the mains and residential everywhere else in behind that neighborhood. And this is not the best serviced area in terms of availability to get to it. And we don't have I don't think we have a metro stop immediately nearby here. So maybe we could even upgrade those to some bike roads. So we'll fill all this in. That's fine. But I want things to get more sparse as we sort of move out towards the prison up there. So let's go like every other at first. Then maybe like one more business a little bit further down. And let's rezone those. That should be good. Power should spread pretty quickly, I would think. Because we have a ton of demand for both commercial and residential, so I'm hoping that will fill up pretty soon. We've got school coverage, we've got health, fire, and police. So that actually should fill up pretty quick. We've got a ton of demand for office park. That's going to have to be one of my next builds, is finding some space to squeeze in some more office. We never watered or powered this. We never hooked this up. That's going to be a project very soon, which we don't need to actually pay $1,600 a week for that thing to not be connected to anything. So let's just turn that off for now. In fact, come to think of it, that's $800 per week right there. And that has been on for, I don't know, 15 episodes. That's pretty bad. I should have thought of that sooner. That's filling up nicely. Some funny dents in the lots. But we'll see as these buildings hopefully level up kind of what those high-tech, low-density buildings look like. Let's make people happy over here and throw in a park or two. We'll do a small park. Let's see. Where can we? Maybe we won't move people out right away. Small park right there. Small park up here. Where is the dog park? There we go. Put it in there? No. Let's do dog park. Look, we didn't do any dog parks down here. If we get one in on this kind of center circle. Oh yeah, we can right there. I don't want to have to move out 2 houses to get that in. Looks like we may have to. Yeah, good enough. So we still have to throw this one in also. This one's going to go in down here. Once we get these train tracks out of the way, we'll do the theme park. We'll hook up shipping. Maybe if I remember, we'll do that in the next episode. How quickly did that all fill out? Pretty fast. The commercial spots filled up quickly. Slowly dropping that need down. Our residential has dropped off. Let's see how... I think we're totally filled in over here now. 152, still dropping a bit. So let's look at our traffic flow. I'm hoping it was at, what, 74? Yeah. So it's not traffic. Let's see. I always go into info views. Let's just see. Our death rate dropped, but it is climbing again. And our birth rate is going down. So that's responsible for some of the population change. But as you can see, we're on a steady up. We haven't had any major dips except for around, what, 2034 to 2036. We had some growing pains there. That was around the 110,000 mark, somewhere in there. So we're still on pace to keep growing. We'll keep an eye, make sure it doesn't go too low, but we'll keep trying to meet those demands. Let's see what unemployment is at. 11%, so it's a little high right now. We need more places for people to work. So let's see what we can cram in here very quickly before the end of the episode. Again, trying to keep these short this week, because we're trying to get a ton of stuff done with a little staycation. But let's see what we can cram in here. Oh, you know what I wanted to do before I forget? It's a nice green neighborhood. Let's give people a reason to use their bikes up here. and let's give them space to ride them. Is this a bike road? It is. Yeah, let's connect this up so that they have a bike route all the way into this major road that has bikes. So we'll do that. We'll zone off a couple office buildings and then we'll call it a day. Like I said, trying to keep these short and sweet. Wanted to keep up with the dailies, but just don't have quite the same amount of time this week. Hope everybody still enjoys the videos. And we'll definitely get back into some of the longer form videos first weekend of March. Okay, so all that, I think, is all bicycle roads now. No cars parked on the streets. Nice little green field to that neighborhood. I wanted to do that real quick before we sneaked in a couple more streets over here. So let's go back into our freeform tool and kind of hook these around that we can hopefully maximize our zoning a bit without overlapping too much. Got a couple little bits of office park back in here towards the highway. Ooh, that is the taxi depot there. I can't build over that. So let's connect from here. We'll do that, and then we'll come in a bit before we hook back out. I know that's a little weird, but we can only zone, or I should say we could do that and then only zone this side with some office space. So a couple little offices tucked in there. We'll fill this all in with office space. I don't think that's going to be an office unless I had one square zone. There we go. Okay, that's clearing out good. These guys are right on top of the highway. That'll be good. That'll meet a little bit of the industrial demand. We get some people back to work. We were down, I think, around 5 or 6% at one point, so we'll have to keep an eye on the job-specific zoning, commercial and industrial, which also office covers. We'll have to keep an eye on that to make sure that there's plenty of places for our residents to work. We'll keep an eye on the population, and what I would like to do, there's 11% unemployment. People should come over here, and maybe I need to better hook this up into the mass transit and metro to get people over here. As you can see, they poured out of the game, no problem. They got money for a game, but they don't want to come over here to this side of town to work. So hopefully that fixes itself as we have some more residents kind of move in over here. Slowly but surely, that area will fill out, and then this should have no problem kind of populating some jobs. I may move this television station at some point. Why is there a tourist on the roof? Okay, she just despawned and then just appeared downstairs on the sidewalk. That's weird. Not sure what she was doing up there, but I know I always take a tour of the local television station when I visit cities. Okay. So, another short episode for today, but again, we're keeping them short this week. We'll get to work, I think, on the shipping harbor next. Try and keep an eye on the zoning. Try and find some more space for office. Keep filling it up, but we can bring in some tourists via ship. Get them hooked up to the casino. Is anybody walking over here? No. Okay, so we'll have to maybe fill some of this in and give people a reason to kind of walk over here, right? Give them a reason to use those footpaths. Maybe we'll actually connect something that's more viable that people want to walk. Okay, wait, never mind, I take it back. A lot of tourists walking potentially from the zoo. Let's see if they go to the casino. Man, that is steep. Please watch your step. The city is not responsible for any injuries. And they have to walk all the way down there because I didn't do a crosswalk. That's actually something to consider. Let's see where they go. Are they going to the casino or the hotel? Put your money, place your bets at the casino. Casino, 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 casino. Most of them went to the casino. So hopefully this is generating some money. You guys better be paying taxes. If not, very easy to bulldoze. I'm just saying, could be a shame if an accident happened with a bulldozer. If you guys weren't paying your taxes. Right? You hear me? You get what I'm saying. Alright, well, now that I've performed some extortion live on camera, if you enjoyed the video, as always, likes, comments, shares are always appreciated and help the channel a lot. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, and check back regularly, because even with the notifications turned on, you may not always see them and you may miss some of the new content. I'm trying to do dailies, so if you don't see it pop up in your feed and you want to come check it out, just stop by the channel. Until the next one though, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.